drinking it here in Ireland, it's like you're drinking.
How many beers and whiskeys is enough? I need to know. Like,
Zero
where's the cut limit at? You know what I'm saying? Because people be getting at it now, and they don't.
Right.
Yeah, I just need to know what's
the alcohol level.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Yes.
Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and
we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Dublin, Ireland. We've got St. Patrick's Cathedral behind us, and today what we have for you are the don'ts of visiting Ireland. And even though I'm here in Dublin for this video, the first don't I have for you is don't think Ireland equals Dublin. Look, Ireland is an entire country and it is gorgeous, from the cliffs of Moher and Galway in the west. You go down to the south and you see Kinsale and Waterford. There is so much beauty in this country, and a lot of people only see Dublin. Now don't get me wrong, Dublin is a cool city, but there's so much more to see when you come here. Going down to kiss the Blarney Stone and things like that are quintessential parts of visiting Ireland for a tourist or for locals as well. It's a fun thing to do, but do not think that Dublin equals Ireland. And that's why I'm going to say another don't for you is don't get freaked out with the prices in Dublin, because the prices outside of Dublin are a lot more affordable, okay? So that's where I'm going to leave off with our Dublin stuff, all right? Now my second don't for you is don't think that it rains all the time. I mean, look, I'm glistening. That's not rain, that's sweat, because it's sunny and warm and nice here. Yes, it is sunny in Ireland sometimes. So don't think when you're going to come here, oh, my vacation's going to get ruined because it's going to rain all the time. That is not the case. Now, I won't say it doesn't rain. It does rain a lot here, all right? But just know that it's not always raining in Ireland, so relax on that. But with the weather stuff, I do recommend wearing layers. I mean, I've got 2 t-shirts and a sweatshirt on, because I know now I'm sweating a little bit, so I might take this off. But I know in an hour or two, it might cool down, and yes, it might rain. And so I guess another don't with the weather is when they do say it's going to be a sunny day, don't think that means it isn't going to rain, all right? So always either have a jumper with you or a jacket or an umbrella, because it probably will rain.
Yeah, because now I'm confused.
I never liked it that when it rains and it's hot.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Don't that on me.
I don't like that. Because I'm a person who can smell when you go outside. Even if you're a person, even if you're a girly girl who sprays perfume and all that, I can smell outside on you. I don't like that smell.
It's like somebody putting seasoning on you and then they turn the heat on.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you're cooking. What you smell like today?
It rain all the time, but it might rain occasionally, okay? My next don't for you is don't think you're going to get out of Ireland without meeting some Irish people. Look, the people in Ireland are super friendly, and they will come and talk to you. Even if you want to have some time alone, enjoying music and having a pint, they're going to say hi. They're going to come talk to you. They're going to give you tips and advice of where to go, where to eat, what sights to see, where to stay, all these things, because the people here are fantastic. And that's one of the great things about Ireland, are the Irish people. From their sense of humor and their wit to them making a little bit of fun of you. You know, I can't tell how many times I've had, oh, I see you enjoyed our Irish stew quite a bit. I'm like, yes. Yes, I did, okay? And I guess that'll lead us into the next don't we have for you is don't think Irish food is bad, or don't be surprised if you actually like the food here. Look, the last 10 years have seen a revolution in Ireland in terms of the food culture. The food is fantastic. There's great restaurants, eating at the pubs, all kinds of stuff is a fantastic thing to do and enjoy. I mean, think about this. 10, 20 years ago when you came to Ireland, it wasn't a culinary delight. Now it is. So go and have the seafood chowder when you're by the sea, or have the lamb, or have some of the pies that are here, you know, shepherd's pie or fish pies. Oh my goodness, the food's so good. Sausages, a full Irish breakfast. Oh my goodness, you will eat very well here. So don't think it's not going to be a culinary treat here. Now my next don't for you is don't forget that they drive on the left and you have to look to the right. Look, here in Ireland, they drive on the left, so it's the opposite side, like Germany or the U.S.
Sorry, y'all, we're not used to that. Like, the driving on the left side of the road, like, that's...
Yeah.
that mind is still gonna think I gotta get on.
Right. You
That's
know,
not
just
gonna work.
in casual conversation, just talking, forgetting that we're in a whole nother country.
Oh yeah. That's why we say we need drivers when we go to places, because it's like a practice that you gotta have in play before you can get used to it.
Right. Either
of course, you really need to rent a car when you're
either a driver or public transportation.
Yeah, some level of routine. Cause
I'm not trusting myself in somebody
the wheel
else's country
and all that is nah.
here to really go and explore the beautiful sites and castle ruins and Neolithic ruins and things like that, because public transport does go a lot of places, but not all the time. So if you really want to see Ireland, you've got to rent a car, but don't forget, you got to drive on the left. Also, don't forget, when you're crossing the street, look right so you don't get smashed by the cars, okay? Because I have seen a few tourists do the jump back because they thought they were going to get smashed, okay? Another don't I'll have for you with the driving is, don't think you're going to get an automatic car when you rent a car here. Most of the rental cars here are manual. If you want automatic, you are going to pay a huge upcharge for that, so just a heads up for that one, okay? And also, I guess I'd say my last don't for the driving is, don't freak out while you drive, okay? Because the roads can get pretty tiny, and that can be a little scary when you got this hedgerow on the side and a semi coming on the right side of you, and you're like, I'm not used to this. It's okay to slow down when you do drive here, okay? I was wrong. I did have another don't for you, is don't get into an accident when you want to pull off to the side of the road to look at some of the sites, because you'll be going on these windy roads and see a castle ruin here or a stately home or just beautiful vistas. So don't just pull off the road right away, because I've seen people almost have accidents that way. So a lot of times when there's a beautiful view or something like that, there might be a pull-off you can go into. So do the pull-offs to take your pictures. Don't park in the road or park on the side, because since the lanes are so small, that can be pretty dangerous. And I have seen a lot of tourists doing that, so I thought it'd be a good idea to mention it. And when you go to those medieval castles, you know, if you're going to go to the Rock of Cashel or Blarney Castle or something like that, another don't I have for you is, don't mess around on the steps. Look, the medieval staircases, these circular staircases, they're small, steep steps, so claustrophobia might be a thing, but also slipping and falling. So don't mess around when you're on those, because I have seen some people fall down a few steps and get hurt kind of bad, so I don't want that to happen to anybody, so do pay attention. And if you're going to be going with your kids to these sites, realize if you're going to go to the Blarney Stone or something like that, or you're going to go to Kilkenny, you want to go up the round tower, sometimes there are height restrictions for people that can go in to see these things, because you don't want the kid accidentally slip and fall off the top of Blarney Castle, okay? Another don't I'm going to follow on with that, since I'm talking about kids, is don't think you can have your kids in the pub after 9 o'clock. Now sometimes you can get away with it, but most pubs will say, you know, they'll be really kind of, look, it's 9 o'clock, the kids have to go. And the thing is, you might want to stay longer because there's live music and food and drinking and stuff like that. And some places are very strict with the 9 p.m. Kids have to be out of the pub.
Kind of don't even come off as a kid environment though.
Right.
Like, that's you know what they're doing in there, and the babies in there is doing what? What they doing?
Right. You know, it's crazy. I remember a long time ago, the only time we would be able to go to like a bar was on Mardi Gras Day.
Oh yeah.
That's the only time children was able. I don't know if they still enforce that now, or I don't know how times are now. But yeah, that was the only time we was ever accepted into a bar. And the other time, the adult would not be accepted if they brought a kid. You know.
I like the rule though.
Yeah.
And pubs can make their own rules for that. So if you want to go and eat dinner at a pub or something like that with your family, make sure you're doing it earlier in the day instead of later at night. And so that might mean the kids might miss some of the music, because I've seen a lot of the bars and pubs, or the pubs I should say, when they have their live music, it starts about 10 o'clock at night. Some start at 7:30 or 8, but most have them at 10. So just have a heads up for that, okay? Now, another don't I have for you is, don't skip out on the local brews. Yes, this is the home of Guinness and the home of Smithwick's and Murphy's, and there's so many great beers you can have here, and of course whiskeys, and so you should try them. And I will say, with the beers like Guinness and Smithwick's and Murphy's, drinking it here in Ireland, it's like you're drinking.
How many beers and whiskeys is enough? I need to know, like, where's the cut limit at? You know what I'm saying? Because people be getting at it now, and they don't.
Right.
Yeah, I just need to know what's
the alcohol level.
A completely different beer, because it's so fresh, it's so good, it's so tasty. You really will fall in love with Irish beers and stouts and reds and ales, because they are really good here. Because the thing is when beer if it goes to the U.S., it takes time, all these kind of things, so you're not getting it as fresh. Whereas here, it's like, because it's coming from the beer keg, just right from the tap. Oh, it's like that. I mean, it's just amazing when you come here. So don't skip out on the local ales. But I will say is, don't forget your limit when you're drinking here. Look, those Guinnesses and Stouts and Reds, they're pretty strong beers and they taste pretty good. So if you're knocking them back, it's very quick. You'll see a lot of tourists don't know their limit and they have a bit too much. And you'll see that a lot here in Dublin at the Temple Bar area. Man, don't go there late night if you're not ready for some really drunk people, okay? But do be smart with your drinking when you are here. Don't forget your limit, and of course, don't drive drunk when you are here. It's a zero tolerance policy. You will get arrested. They do not care if you're a tourist or things like that. And if you think about it, you're driving on the other side of the road after you've been drinking, just not a good idea. Now, going back to the pub, I will say something is, if you do buy pints at the pub and stuff like that, you do not have to tip here in Ireland at the pub. So that's kind of a nice thing. You just go and you pay for your beer and walk away. You can leave some coins if you want, but you don't have to. And if you're paying a bar bill with a credit card, there's nowhere to write a tip anyway. So don't worry about the tippings at the pub. I mean, you can give some, but don't feel like you have to, all right? Now, not having a tip at the pub and a really good beer, and your kids can't go there at night, some people may think, oh, well, I'll just have a drink here in the park. Well, another don't I have for you in here in Ireland is don't drink in public. Look, if you drink in public, you can be fined here, so heads up with that one. So if you want to buy your own drinks,
we have that in Louisiana. I remember this one time my grandmother came visit us, and she had a drink, and she was walking down the street with it, and she got stopped, and they told her, you cannot drink that, you have to have a
is it a brown paper bag?
Brown paper bag, and we don't sell liquor on Sundays. Now, I don't know if we still enforce these rules.
I believe so. I know the liquor, some spots you won't be able to get it.
Not on Sundays.
Not on Sundays. Like if you go into like an opening grocery store or something like that, maybe you can get like a I know, you get you a bottle or something.
Yeah.
But if you want something strong, like over the counter, they give you.
I think Walmart sells it.
Yeah, Walmart, you get it out of Walmart. But I don't know, like a few gas stations you probably won't, unless it's beer.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, y'all. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that liquor on Sundays is a no-go. Because I had that running one time.
Right. So far, there's a lot of similarities between our state. I can't say the entire country, but I can say like Louisiana. Yeah. And Ireland.
Make sure you have a place to drink it inside, not in a park or an outdoor space, because otherwise you can get a pretty hefty fine. Now, heading back to kind of the people kind of thing when you are here, don't forget to remember your manners here in Ireland. You will hear please and thank you and sorry so many times here in Ireland because the people are pretty polite when you talk to them. And so don't forget your P's and Q's. When you're driving by, you pass people, you wave and stuff like that. But do make sure you remember your manners, which is funny because my next don't for you is don't come here with sensitive ears. Look, the Irish love to cuss, and it doesn't matter if you're a little kid or an old grandma, you will hear cuss words you might not have heard before, or you have heard before but never used in so many times in one sentence. That does happen here a lot, so don't be prudish about it. Just realize that it seems like a lot of the Irish do have a sailor's mouth, and you will be surprised how much you do hear cussing when you are here. So don't be upset by it. So my next don't for you is don't try to see all of Ireland in one go. Yes, it's kind of a small island. When you look at it, oh, I could see all of that. Look, there's too many things to see in Ireland to go and do it all, because then you end up spending very little time and you're just driving from spot to spot to spot. Take the time, spend a few nights in each location to really go and see a lot of things, because if you just spend one night somewhere, you're only going to see one thing and go. So what I recommend is go and pick like a region, okay? On this trip, we did kind of more of the mid-south, so we did, we came into Dublin, then went to Kilkenny, and then we went down to Cork and Kinsale and Blarney, and then went to Waterford, and we kind of did this triangle like that. Maybe you want to do the west. I mean, for me, the west of Ireland is the most beautiful part, going to Galway and the Barrens and the Cliffs of Moher and things like that. And what you really should do is, I'm honest, is pick a region and really focus on that, because there's tons of castle ruins and medieval ruins and stuff like that, and Neolithic ruins. I mean, there's stuff here that's older than the pyramids here in Ireland that you can go see, that man-made. I mean, it's really, really cool, you know, and you can see those things. So do go, and don't try to do it all. Select different areas and come back, because my next don't for you is don't pay too much to get here. That's one of the best things about coming to Ireland, is it's really cheap. Whether you're flying from mainland Europe or the US, getting to Ireland is significantly cheaper year-round than anywhere else in Europe. I mean, we're here, and it was literally, I mean, it was half the price of flying to Paris. And so look for those deals to come here, because then you can use that money to go a lot farther, and that's really kind of cool. Another thing that some people sometimes get worried about is they're like, what about the safety in Ireland? Am I going to be safe there? Yes, right. You'll be safe in Ireland. The troubles and things like that, that's not really an issue really going on anymore, okay? So you don't have to worry about the 1970s and 60s and 80s kind of stuff. That doesn't go on. The biggest worry you're going to have is safety when you're driving on the left side.
Bruh. Safety is key. I had, you know, like experience. A gentleman spoke to me, being very open and friendly. He said, "How you doing?" You're supposed to respond. I said, "Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing?" He looked at me, right? He stared at me for about 0.8 seconds, and then he turned his head without responding. I felt like I was in danger.
Why would you feel like
because why'd you ignore my welcoming, but I had to acknowledge yours?
He didn't want to respond.
Why you didn't want to respond? So now I felt like walking back, he may look at me, you know, do something weird, like I don't know. So yeah, safety is key.
We always protect it.
Facts. But yeah, gotta have good safety.
The road that you're gonna hit somebody or lose the mirror on the side of your rental car, I do suggest getting the full super collision insurance thing, by the way. Alright, so it is pretty safe here. The only things I've really felt kind of uncomfortable about was too many people drinking in Temple Bar, which is normal because it's a bar area, okay? So other than that, don't worry, you'll be okay when you come here. But of course, do pay attention, do watch out for things, because you know, you're gonna be a tourist anyway, and no place is perfect, but hey, it's not too bad here. Now, another don't I have for you is don't call the Irish English or British. That is the one thing that I've seen will upset an Irishman, because like, hey, we separated from them. We are not part of that. We are Ireland. We are the Republic of Ireland. So do not call them that. I will say another thing that kind of goes along with that is, remember, don't forget your euros and pounds if you're going to be coming here and visiting the entire island. Because Northern Ireland, they use pounds. So if you're going to go to Belfast or go see the Giant's Causeway, which is one of the coolest, you know, natural sights I've ever seen in the world, you're going to need your pounds up there. But in the rest of Ireland, the Republic, you use the euro when you are here. And what's cool is there's plenty of ATMs, so you can get cash out, no big deal. And my last don't for you here in Ireland is don't skip a chance to see a Gaelic sports match. And the thing is, it could be hurling, which is like kind of like hockey, and it's like field hockey and normal hockey and UFC mixed together, where they have this ball and they're batting it up and whacking it and things like that. I mean, it's this crazy sport to watch. But for me, the coolest one was watching Gaelic football or Irish football. I mean, it's basically take basketball.
Okay.
Soccer, rugby, and UFC. Mix it together, and that is what Gaelic football is. We got to watch the All-Ireland final, and it was like, oh my, dude, this sport is so awesome. And the thing is, the people have so much pride in their country and their sports that you have the Gaelic Athletic Association, all these kind of things, and you have some of the best tour guides in the world here in Ireland, because the people, it's not just a job, it's a passion for their country and their culture, and that's why it makes so fantastic. So I hope this video helps you get prepared and excited to come to Ireland. It's a fantastic country with fantastic people and sites, and please do go, because it is well worth it. Anyway, if you want to learn more about visiting,
that was a good video. A lot of things that didn't shock me, you know.
Well, that's good to know that you was on top of your game with this one.
Yeah, what about you?
I felt the same way. Nothing too random.
Right.
Nothing too random. I felt like this was just a quick reminder of how things go down. I felt that. Well, we appreciate the video. 100%. It's nothing to just understand the way people operate and the culture and everything. Love that.
Yeah, Ireland seems cool.
Does.
Yeah, so we hope
except for a hot day.
Yeah, the hot day, the hot in the rain.
Don't seem cool then. Nah. Not that.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form in our description box for you to send in your reaction requests. All right, we'll see you soon. Peace.